Hey there, Xtreme Clippers, and welcome to Life with Dara Loves Coupons. In today's DIY video, I am going to be showing you how you can make your own custom scented candles. This is really easy and simple, and the best part is that you only need 4 ingredients to make your own candles. In order to make your amazing candles, there's a few items that you'll need. First, you're going to need some Crisco or vegetable shortening. You're going to need a measuring cup. This is what you will use to melt your Crisco in. Next, you're going to need a glass container or Votive to store your finished candle. You're going to also need a disposable cup or old container that you don't want or need anymore. This will be used to stir and mix your ingredients. Now, we're going to get some crayons, and this is going to provide us with that splash of color for our candles. No candle is complete without a gentle or beautiful scent, so you'll need some kind of essential oil that you can use with your candle. You're going to need a candle wick or cotton twine. This is what you're going to use to light your candle. And last but not least, you will need something to stir your Crisco with your candle. So I would use something that you don't mind throwing out. Now that we have our ingredients together, let's get started making this candle. Step 1 is get your Crisco and your measuring cup. Get a spoon or something that you can scoop it out with, and you're going to put it in your measuring cup and melt it down. You don't need to get it piping hot, just warm it up enough that it melts. So I have some in here, and put enough that you think would be enough to fill up your candle. So now that I have my Crisco in here, let's go pop it in the microwave and warm it up. So it took about 2.5 minutes for all of my Crisco to melt. So next thing we're going to do is start pouring it into the little cups. And I did put a table mat on the table just because the glass is a little hot and I want to protect my table. So you're just going to pour the Crisco into the cups, and then you're going to take your crayon and you can break it into multiple pieces. I think I want to do one pink and one yellow. So you're going to take them and put them in the hot oil, and that should help them to start melting. And if they don't, you can always put them under a little bit of heat or put them back in the microwave for a few seconds to melt the crayons. And I think I'm going to warm this up just a little bit more to get those crayons to melt. So I put the crayons and the Crisco back in the microwave for about 45 more seconds, and now the crayon's melting. So I'm just going to mix this all the way up. Now that we have some of our coloring, we can go ahead and start pouring some into our container. You can always anchor this down by putting a little weight on it, or simply put some of the oil in first and then wrap this around a pencil or something that will hold it in place. And you're going to do this until you fill up your container. Okay, my candle is ready and it's good to go. So let's go put it in the freezer so it can set. Good thing to remember too is that you want to wipe off any extra oil that may have spilled on the jar, because where it sits is where it will stay. So it has been about 2 hours since I put the candle in the freezer. It is completely frozen and solid, which is good. You can go ahead and remove all of this, and ta-da, we have our finished candle. Only last thing to do is to light it and see if it works. 1 second. So our candle is ready, but the wick is a little too high. You definitely don't want your flame that high. So I'm gonna cut it here so it's not above the glass. Now let's see if it lights. And there you go. Here is your homemade candle. I had so much fun making the first candle that I decided to make a second candle. This one is going to be layered using 2 different colors and the same essential oil for this scent. Now you do this the same exact way that you did the first candle. Only difference was that this time I melted the crayon separately and then added it to the oil. Once my first layer was done, I put it in the freezer for about an hour and a half, brought it out, and repeated the same step to make my second layer. Only difference was that I used a different color. Added into the candle once the first layer was set, popped it back in the freezer, and it was ready to go. Now, after watching that video, I hope you are very inspired to go out and make your own scented candles. I love lavender, so I chose to use lavender for my scent. And as you can see in the second candle that I made, I did go ahead and layer the colors and the scents. Well, I used lavender on both. But all I did was put the blue in first, put it in the freezer and let it set. And then I applied the second layer. And I actually have a little bit of room left. So maybe I'll add another layer onto this. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you decide to make a candle. Super easy, inexpensive, and the best part about using crayon is actually another fuel source. So it's going to let your candle burn brighter a little bit longer. So thank you so much for watching. Hey Xtreme Clippers, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this lifestyle video here on Life with Dara Loves Coupons. New videos will be up every Tuesday and Friday. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That way you never miss a video. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Xtreme Clippers.